Welcome back to another video. There's another paid request, this time for frame by frame. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, reviews, re-reviews, rankings, lists, randomness, out of the blueness, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for The Eternals. This director, Chloe Grace Moritz, whatever the hell her name is, she's really good at making boring ass movies. I'll say that. Boring as hell films. Because yeah, let's make a movie on a comic barely anyone fucking knows. Which yeah, could work. Like Guardians of the Galaxy. But when it's 2.5 hours long, which doesn't even include the end credits, the middle credits, the beginning of the credits, and the post-credit scenes where you hear the voice of Blade, because that's going to be such a fucking great movie. And 2.5 hours of boredom where you try to introduce 10 new characters. 10 fucking people to introduce and make us care. And people either have blank, dull, dour faces on their faces, or it's like an hour and change of introduction and let's get the band back together. And the 10 people, what you got, the wannabe Superman who flies and has laser eyes named Icarus. You have the lady who's going to be the main lead, because of course, you know, guys suck. White guys especially suck. You have Angelina Jolie looking bored as fucking hell. She's as bored as I was watching the film. That's her performance. Who has this dementia type of thing, so she's pretty much useless for most of the fucking film. It's a one little scene at the end. I guess it's just the rationale to make her, hey, I look bored as fuck being in this movie. I have no energy. I have no life to my performance. Hey, it's because of this Mary Sue, whatever the fuck, call it the Mary Sue virus. I don't know what the fuck it was called. It was a type of dementia. You got a fast lady who's deaf. Why is she deaf when these are supposed to be beings that were made? Think about that. These were beings that were made. Not quite like a robot, but they were purposely made to do this job, to go from planet to planet, deal with the deviants, make the population to a certain point so a celestial is born. Because they need energy to be born, and all the life in planet needs to be born to create another fucking galaxy or whatever. So you're making these beings called the Eternals. These 10. Why would you make one purposefully deaf? So it's not like these are like immortal. They can't get hurt, or if they get hurt, they can be healed. They'll heal themselves. Can't say they're invincible unless you take their energy away, which one of the creatures does. But you don't grow old. Fucking Highlander. So yeah, for some reason she's deaf, because we gotta have the first deaf superhero. Who gives a shit? You got the one guy, Nanjiani, Stuber. He was in this film called Stuber with Dave Bautista. I just call him Stuber. He shoots little balls, pew 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 pew, and he fucking tries to bring life and energy because he's a Bollywood actor and he's trying to have a sense of humor. What they do with his character is fucking nuts, in my opinion. You have, it's 10 fucking people I'm trying to explain. Imagine making an Avengers film with no Iron Man, no Thor, no Incredible Hulk, and so okay, we're going to have this film, and we're going to introduce Iron Man and Thor and Captain America and Black Widow and Hawkeye and Hulk, and I don't even have enough fucking in Ant-Man and Spider-Man and Superman and Batman, and you try to introduce them in all the same fucking movie. And it goes at a boring pace because this director, this Chloe Grace Moretz, whatever the hell her name is, Chloe Zhao Wing Pao, it's called Chloe Grace Moretz. She fucking makes boring ass movie that Nomadland and The Writer. She's good at making glacially paced movies that have a lack of energy, lack of excitement, that's trying to be convoluted, confusing, but yet fucking boring. And they've been here since like 5000 BC. And you ask the question, why they have not done anything to help. Oh, they've been told, don't help humanity. That's pretty much it. So with all the stuff going on, and they're told not to help humanity, I'm sorry I'm discombobulated. This is a boring ass fucking film. This is the most boring superhero film I've seen all year. And it's just one of those things I just look at and I go, why cast this director? She won an Oscar, but she's not going to direct the action scenes because these people, and when I say these people, I'm talking about people who get hired by Marvel. They literally have told people, we don't get to direct the action scenes. So these collective people of any size, any race, any gender, anything in between, they're not the actual directors. Because they can't direct the action scenes because, no, we have them already done. And you plug in, you do your dramatic scenes, and have the same fucking boring shit that you have in your overrated Oscar movie that didn't deserve to win an Oscar. And I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, sorry about that. I fell the fuck asleep doing the fucking review. So it's a different time. And figure out I'll just go back to do this. And I look back to what I was saying before I fell the fuck asleep. Because this movie is a snooze inducer. It's a great movie that if you have insomnia, this is a great pill to take. I think I was talking about how this whole thing with we cannot help humanity. Because well, if we protect humanity from everyone, you never develop. I don't think it, but Thanos is ready to kill half of the fucking universe. You don't think that's going to put a fucking damper on things? You don't think, well, this Thanos character, he seems, with this Infinity Gauntlet, that's supposed to be the most powerful thing forever. Maybe the Eternals will take fucking notice about this. And when half the fucking population... By the way, did they get through any of the snap? Or they were just, for some reason, they were ignored from the snap? See, what I'm talking about? You doing films like this after it and saying, well, they haven't been around. Why should I give a shit about these characters? They sat there with a thumb up their ass, and the genocide in Germany, concentration camps, you don't do anything for that. The Thanos snap, you don't do anything for that. You could talk to the fucking Avengers, which they name drop the Avengers. Who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers? Why do you give a shit? You didn't even fucking help anybody when half the fucking population was gone. But yet you want to talk about how we've grown to love this planet, and we've grown to love these people, we've grown to love this stuff. And now that we know that this re-emergence thing is going to happen, and that's what the goal has been, not to further humanity along, and then in like 1521, the last deviant creature is gone, or so they think, and so the next 500-600 years, whatever, they're like, nah, we're just going to fuck around and go our separate ways, and then, oh, this re-emergence thing, yeah, we love humanity, we love it, but how many fucking times can you have people ignore huge amount of death and destruction? The first Avengers, the second Avengers movie. Again, Thanos, ready to snap. The whole fucking... And you think with all their fucking powers, 10 of them someone would fucking know and figure it out. And then, oh shit, half the population is gone. Maybe we should go to the Avengers and say, what can we do to help? What can we do? What shall we do? No, nothing. Not jack or shit. So fuck all these people. Fuck all these fucking characters. All the atrocities throughout the years that they just ignored. We were told not to. These are usually the bad guys in other fucking films. These are usually we, the viewer, or the protagonist, looked at these people and go, you are fucking assholes. You stand around, you did nothing. You're just as culpable as the fucking people who did it. It's just like action scenes are just poorly CGI'd for $200 million of CGI in these action scenes. If it's more of a still shot of like a spaceship, which by the way looks like a fucking Kit Kat bar. I don't know why the spaceship looks like a Kit Kat bar. I don't know if that's in the comments it looks like a Kit Kat bar. But yeah, it looks like a fucking Kit Kat bar. But the Kit Kat bar, I guess, is especially polished. Or this big fucking creature that looks like a wannabe. I'm sure it's from the comics, so I can't say that. But I'm ready for Klaatu Broad and Nitto to be brought up. But it's a decent look. It's the creature, Ashen, whatever, that they talk to. Who's like, this is your job. You better do it. Oh, I will be angry. Oh, of the 10 people, you have this Asian guy who's strong. You have this black guy who's gay and can make weapons. You have this diversity. We don't care about story. We don't care about plot. We don't care about engaging characters. We don't care about exciting adrenaline-pumping action scenes. We care about diversity, diversity, diversity. It's the first gay superhero. It's the first deaf superhero. Yeah, it's the latest boring-ass superhero movie. And Marvel's been on a fucking winning streak. Black Widow can stick a dildo up my ass. Shang-Chi, aka Bulletproof Month 2, and now The Eternals. The worst superhero and most boring superhero movie I've seen all year. Even worse than Justice League by Zack fucking Snyder. And I hate to say it. I hate that movie too. I'm sorry. You know what I liked? I liked the Suicide Squad that came out. I've liked the Captain America movies. I liked Joker. I miss films like Joker. I'm curious about the new Batman film. I liked the first Iron Man. But this recent slave super, other than the Suicide Squad, which I like, the others, fuck. Which reminds me, I need to get the Suicide Squad on Blu-ray. It just came out. I need to pick that up sometime. I'm saying this so I can remember. I'll do this sometime. Maybe at the end of the month. See, I rather talk about that shit. Just when I go back to this, I fell the fuck asleep once before. I don't want to do it again. So, oh yeah, you have this sprite. She can make illusions. She's stuck in a 12-year-old body. Selma Hayek is the leader. It takes me 5 fucking hours just to talk about how many fucking characters are in this. And you're trying to develop 10 characters that we've never seen before in one fucking film. So obviously, there's no way you could do that. There weren't even 10 X-Men in the first X-Men or second. Were there? You try to do too much, too soon, and you get the director who does not know how to make adrenaline-pumping movies. She does not know how to make action films. She's not experienced with it. I'm sorry to Chloe Grace Moretz. She's not experienced in doing it. She's not. So you get either flashbacks to what they're fighting these creatures, and these creatures look like rejects from a fucking, like, Transformer Decepticon when they try to look like creatures, or Beast Wars, or rejects of that. There's nothing altogether that exciting about the creatures, the deviants, the action scene, and any other number of CGI overhaul of the Zack Snyder DC, or even some of the later Avengers films. There's nothing that you've seen that's different. People talk about this movie so different. What's so different about it? A bunch of superheroes get together, over long fucking running time, and a CGI spectacle at the end. What's so fucking different? Diverse. Yeah, you know what else was diverse? Blade 2. Blade 2 was diverse. You had Wesley Snipes as the lead, you had people like Donnie Yen, you had ladies, you had all that jazz. That was fucking diverse too. But it wasn't 2.5 hours long. It was exciting. It was fun. It was tit ass. It was badass. And Blade 2, tits ass. I seriously made me just want to rewatch Blade 2. Not because it was diverse. Blade 2 is fucking diverse. And fuck this new Blade. Fuck Marvel. I would say fuck DC, but at least I liked the Suicide Squad and Joker of recent years. But fuck the Zack Snyder. Just fuck this lot of shit. Bland and boring. Your lead here is Icarus and Cersei. That's the wannabe Superman and the lady who's she could fuck with matter, and she's the true leader, really. Somehow he gets killed, she becomes the leader. There's this deviant that they thought they were all dead, but there's one still alive. And it's getting the band back together. They meet this person, they meet this person. The Asian guy's been trying to deal with Angelina Jolie's Mary Sue. I swear to God, I don't remember the Mary Dime, Stack of Dimes, March of Dimes. I don't remember the fucking dementia she has. But it just makes her look bored as fuck. And literally Angelina Jolie's worst performance I've seen in a fucking movie. Not even kidding. And then they pick up this person, they pick up this person, they pick up Stuber as he do his Bollywood movie. They pick up Sprite, this little 12-year-old looking girl, but she's immortal, who has the hots for Icarus, wannabe Superman. That's a bit fucking weird there too. And you don't get much of a development of these characters because there's so fucking many to try to... And your two leads have a blank, dull, dour face. That I swear their face never changes emotion. And your two leads. They even have a fucking sex scene, and Chloe Grace Moretz made a whatever the fuck her name is, made a sex scene boring. When you're able to make a fucking sex scene boring, because the two leads are on top of each other, and the color is just muted, like dark, like the tint is darker than normal, and you barely see anything but them moving or horizontal, and they're just going along, and they're just... I didn't think you could make a sex scene boring, but Chloe Zhao, whatever the fuck, Onomatopoeia, she able to do this. And this sex scene just makes me... He's fucking happening. I told you, this fucking film is a snooze inducer. It's a fucking pill that makes you fucking depressed as shit. Your mind depressed. Your feelings depressed, but your mind literally has these little glycerin that just explodes into dour points of just... I'm just sad for how action films are nowadays. Yes, I like the John Wick films and Nobody, but it's a dime, you know... It's not a dime a dozen. It's not typical. This is what's typical. Pretentious, boring, 2.5 hour sludfest. When I say slud, as in it's a slud, it moves like a slud. It's a slud to sit through. Because it just slogs along like a slug. And let's make it as long as we can. Like the new Spider-Man film. That's going to be 2 hours and 40 minutes. We got to make movies. We can't make them 90 minutes long. We have to be boring as shit. Fuck the story, fuck the plot, fuck creativity, fuck characters. As long as we're diverse, we got a gay guy, we got a deaf guy, we got an Asian guy, we got no Native American guys. So erase this movie. I'm trying to remember what the fuck I talked about last time before I fell the fuck asleep again. Oh, the sex scene that was boring as shit. How you make a sex scene boring, Chloe Grace Moretz did a great job. So Jolie, she has PTSD. From time to time she'll attack others, mind fracturing under the weight of her memories. And I'll go from the... It's like trying to do the Highlander thing, where it'll show a backstory, then back to present, then backstory, then present. It's trying to do the Highlander thing. But Highlander 2, The Quickening, is a better movie than this. I don't give a fuck. People are like, oh, you did that. No. Highlander 2, The Quickening is less goofy, more exciting, faster paced, and has more worth and merit than this fucking movie. Highlander 2, The Quickening, even Highlander 3, which isn't that great, I would rather watch. Highlander The Source, that's still worse than this. But again, 1521, flashback to that, where the last DVD is gone and they're wondering what to do. Oh, I haven't gotten to all the superheroes, because there's 10 of them. The mind controller guy, he says to this area, stop fighting, and he stays there. He kind of looks at himself as a god. Now, is there a lot you don't do with that? This guy who kind of controls these people thinks of him as a god? No. When they get the band back together, you have this 30-second conversation, and then it just, the Stuber guy going, because the guy goes, oh, you're the actor. And he goes, I directed some internet videos too. How many views? It's not about the views. So, it just goes to a stupid fucking joke about internet views. So you still have the stupid Marvel humor. So they go their separate ways, and like I say, they get the band back together. Because Icarus, after 5021, he fucked off. He's been away for years. He'd come back when a deviant pops back up, and that's when the lead lady, her new boyfriend, who I guess is supposed to be a superhero later on, the Black Knight. What, Martin Lawrence? And the 12-year-old girl's trapped in a, the body trapped in a 12-year-old girl body. The wannabe Superman. And of course, the wannabe Superman. Do you make a guess if he becomes the bad guy or not? Oh, because I've never seen that before. I didn't see that in Invincible, which is better than this, the animated show where the wannabe Superman's the bad guy. I didn't see that in Zack Snyder's film, where I said Superman was pretty much a bad guy, and then when he comes back, he fights the Justice League like a bad guy. Because if you have a white Superman type, he's going to be a bad guy. That's just how it is today. So, they find Stuber, they get him. The Asian guy's making a fucking pie. When he finds out Selma Hayek has been killed, he drops his pie. Jokes like, who's your gardener? Because it's out in the desert. They haven't even gotten to all the fucking heroes yet on the get the band back together. It's wannabe Superman, lead girl, Asian strong guy, Jolie, who's piece of fucking wood, blank slate in this. Stuber going to pew pew with fireballs from his fingers. Let's see, I think Selma Hayek has died. They haven't gotten to the mind control yet. They haven't gotten to the gay guy who makes weapons yet. They haven't gotten to the fast girl who's deaf. And who the fuck was the other one? I don't remember who the fuck the other one was. Have to fucking think about it. And that's when they try to have the, who do you think's going to lead the Avengers? Why do you give a shit? You've never helped the Avengers. You've never done anything with the Avengers. You never helped against that. Like, you don't help with anything. A lot of bland dialogue, dour expressions. Oh, they get back together. The gay guy's like, oh, fuck humanity because they dropped the Hiroshima bomb. I'm like, that's sad, but at the same time, you do know there was a war that... Just saying, whatever. Not going to get into that. This movie doesn't deserve that conversation. But then he found a partner, and they're raising an adopted kid. And so now he's changed his ways. He loves humanity. And hey, let's make a weapon so if the Celestial comes up, reemergence, whatever, they'll maybe use their powers combined to create Captain fucking Planet. I don't give a shit. Unimind to control the thing, or make it fall asleep, or freeze it, or whatever the hell. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Because this movie's giving me nothing to give a fuck. I'd rather shave my balls with Manscaped. No, I'm not sponsored by Manscaped. This video is not sponsored by Manscaped. This is the only video on YouTube that is not sponsored by Manscaped. Where you can clean your balls and trim them. That should be a fucking subtitle. Not sponsored by Manscaped. Believe me. Be fucking... stand out more. I don't care about any of the characters. The director has given me nothing for me to give a shit about these characters. It's too many characters you're trying to attempt to put into one movie, and really most that you get is how diverse they are. There's not much to their personality. Stuber's the only one that's showing a little bit of personality, but then he just becomes a dumb, fucking unlikable, fucking idiot, fucking hypocritical character. Because, let me jump ahead to this. When they all get together, of course they find out that the wannabe Superman, Icarus, he's a bad guy. But he's like, no, we need to follow orders. The Celestial told us this is what we need to do. We need to have another new Celestial come in, reemerge. If this planet dies, yeah, it'll die. But that's our job. I can't let you guys get in the way of that. And then the Stuber's like, you never turn back on family. What are you, Vin Diesel? Family. Family, 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 family. And then what happens? The fucking thing where... when you get to the third act, which is pretty much... you remember Justice League, or Zack Snyder's Justice League, when the Justice League fought Superman? It's pretty much that extended. So that's not even anything new. People want to say, this is so new, this is so new, this is so different. What is so different from other Marvel films? Again, long running time, forced humor, CGI ending, stop the big bad from taking over the world or destroying the world. What is so fucking different? And then the one guy who's like, oh, I care about my family. I care about my family. I'm doing this because I care about my family. And you are my family. We've built this up just so that Stuber goes, we can't stop him. Icarus, the wannabe Superman, we can't stop him. He walks the fuck away, and he never comes back for the finale. And then he pops back at the very end as if everything's cool. Yeah, you know, we were all going to die, and the world was going to die, and I left you guys, abandoned you guys, and I just walked away because I was a chicken shit coward. I walked away, but it's all good. There's no conversations. There's no talk. There's no, what the fuck is going on? So one of your characters, one of your superheroes that you're building up for this new movie that you hope to have sequels, for this new universe, for this new group of heroes, and you built up this character who has a buddy of his filming along the way. He fucking leaves, and usually in these type of storytelling, he would come back, redeem himself. No, he's like, fuck it, no, I'm really gone. Bye. And he doesn't show up, I'm like, where the fuck is he? Oh, he's not here. He never shows back up. And then when everything's done and said, and sometime later, then he shows up with a fucking suit on. I'm like, you're a fucking bad guy. You're a fucking bad guy. And the movie's too stupid. Nope, we just ignore that. That meant nothing, apparently. Yeah, we know you abandoned us. You didn't help us in our time of need. You know, when we were trying to save the fucking planet that you're on right now. Well, you know, oh well. And one of his buddies is a human. Nope. We can't beat the guy. Sorry. Why would you ever want this character ever again if you ever do sequels? A character that builds up, that he has all these people that he cares about at home, through his jobs, his friends, his work in Bollywood, to build up, to say, fuck it, I'm gone, because this one guy, even though there's like 8, 9 of us, this one guy, he's too much for us. Which I don't know why that one guy would be too much for 8, 9 of them. Doesn't it kind of show how weak the other 8, 9 are if one guy... Well, by this point, there's one... Selma Hayek's dead. Another one's dead. So, like, 7 or so. I mean, this guy... This character, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Are you fucking kidding me? And then the battle is boring. The battle, if you've seen Justice League, you've seen the battle. The speedster running up, hitting. No one gets hurt. No one gets damaged. Doesn't matter. No one, like, can be hurt by the other. No one can be, like, killed by the other. The only reason 1 or 2 of them have died in the past is because the one creature sucked the life out of it. The energy, but the actual Icarus, that guy, it's like he can't kill them, they can't kill him. And they actually just glorified CGI. CGI. I'm just tired. I mean, CGI-filled battles, yes, there's exceptions to the rule that it can work, it'd be fun and entertaining and interesting, yes. But when it's done over and over again, it was done... How many superhero films have we seen now where it's just a bunch of CGI ending, save the world, just goes on and on and on. Dealt with it before, but just, Black Widow, fucking Shang-Chi. Maybe that's one of the reasons I like Joker, because it was so much smaller, went against the grain. And you think about this action scene, I can't think of anything that really stands out in terms of effects. Angelina Jolie goes and kills the Deviant in a shitty fight. Because the guy, spoiler, killed the Asian guy that she liked. She pretty much just gets caught. And she's tied up, then 1-2 moves, she gets her fucking weapons out, slashes the creature up. Almost anticlimactic. And the gay guy is able to hold Icarus down. Says something like, "Don't clip your wings." That give him power to the mind guy, I guess. And the 12-year-old girl loves wannabe Superman. So she literally stabs the lead girl through the stomach. And what do you do when you stab your friend through with the stomach? You do your wish granted. When it's all said and done, hey, you're sad that you're always in a 12-year-old body. Let's make you human so you can actually grow. So you're not stuck in this 12-year-old body. Because when you stab people in the stomach, you give them what they want. They get a reward. And I just... Not even going to say anything. I'm not even going to fucking say anything. So, long story short, so I can end this fucking marathon. They... Superman. They have him tied down. They put their powers combined. They create Captain fucking Planet. They stop the Celestial, the hand from emerging. Freeze it. It killed the lead girl, but he's in love with her, so he decides to help out. He feels bad for getting Selma Hayek and another Asian guy killed, so he flies into the sun. Sure, why not? I don't care. Then Stuber comes back into play much later on. Yeah, I didn't help you guys in your need. I abandoned my friends. I abandoned my family. I abandoned the planet. But oh well. He deserves to die. Sorry, he deserves to die. Angelina Jolie just got over her PTSD, I guess. Maybe not, I don't know. The 12-year-old is now a human, going to school. The lead girl's boyfriend, which they introduce him, and he's in like 4 scenes. Then he pops back up at the end to the point I'm like, oh shit, that's right, I forgot this guy was a thing. He's like, I got a secret I need to tell you. I guess he's part of some lineage in the post-credit scene of the Black Knight, whatever the fuck the Black Knight is. And you hear a voice, and the voice talking to them is supposed to be Blade. Because, yeah, I really look forward to fucking Blade with the way Marvel's handling movies now. Yeah, this is why I think of the new Blade. There you go. This is why I think about it. It means it could go to hell. And then the lead girl is called and says, you know, I'm supposed to give judgment to this planet. We're going to look at your memories and we'll come back for judgment. Gee, I wonder where that's going to... I mean, I don't give a shit. Why would anyone give a shit about seeing a sequel to this film? Marvel, you should just up and quit, but you're not going to. Spider-Man, the new one, is going to make $1 billion. Not because of Andrew Garfield, but because of to be or not to be Maguire. Maybe a little bit from Andrew Garfield, but no, Tobey Maguire. At Doc God, which is from Tobey. Like, people want to see Tobey again, and nostalgia of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. That's going to make that movie... And it's going to be, what, 2 hours and 40 minutes? You don't have any hope for it? It's kind of hard to have hope when you have Black Widow and Shang-Chi and this fucking movie. In the same year. I've heard nothing but horrible, god-awful things about their TV shows. Loki. Oh, Loki's a pussy who gets his nuts hit by a female Loki 18 times. Oh, yay! Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Black Lives Matter, the TV show. I already saw that movie. It's called Candyman, the remake. I don't need to see it on TV show. I'm just tired of this shit. Give me Blade and Blade 2 from back in the day with Wesley Snipes. Give me Superman with Christopher Reeve. God damn it, man. Give me The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren. Hell, give me Daredevil with Ben Affleck. Just tired of this shit. Tired of these agendas. I'm tired of diversity being number 1, number 2, number 3 on the call sheet. You hired director, to say her name for real, Chloe Zhao, because she did No Man Land, which I saw, I reviewed. It was a boring fucking film. It did not deserve to win an Oscar. Maybe for cinematography, nice pictures, but the writer wasn't that good either. It was boring as hell too. I don't think I hated it, but I thought I would never see this film again. Overrated director. Oh, well, and then all the fucking excuses. You just don't like it because a woman directed it. You ever heard of Catherine Bigelow? The Hurt Locker? Blue Steel? With Jamie Lee Curtis? You ever heard of Catherine Bigelow? Have you? I bet people complain about that have never even heard of Catherine Bigelow. Fuck's sake. Or, this film is going to save lives. I shit you not. There is an interview when they were doing their premiere that someone said, oh, this film is going to save lives. because of how diverse and how people are represented. Know that I need to see someone that looks and is exactly like me. I love aliens. That's like me saying I hate aliens because, well, Ripley's a woman. I can't identify with it. It needs to be a guy with a beard. No. I love Blade and Blade 2. Who's the star? Wesley Snipes. Why do I love it? This is a kick-ass movie. Why do I love that movie? This is a kick-ass movie. Why do I love Dawn of the Dead with Tim Foray? This is a kick-ass movie, and Tim Foray rocks in that movie. Tim Foray's a badass in that film. George Romero's Dawn of the Dead. Black Dynamite? Very fun film. I care about entertainment. And this is how fucking head up the ass a lot of these people are making these fucking films. That we made this film and it's going to save lives. And it's going to be so contributing to the society of diversity in films. We've had diversity in films. Fucking Rush Hour was Asian and a black guy. Rush Hour 1 and 2. 3 wasn't that good. Rush Hour 1 and 2. Hey, you want to see something diverse? Here's a couple movies. Fuck you, phone. You ever seen this movie? Have you ever seen this movie? Which, fuck No Man Land. This film deserved awards. It's called John Cho. One of my favorite films in recent years. I talked about this film a lot because I really, really enjoyed it. Good story, good acting, good movie. And want to see diverse? Here's diverse. Martha Costas and Tadim Hardison. And Brittany Murphy. A guy with Asian descent in him, a black guy, and a lady. Why do I enjoy it? Because these two work well together, it's funny, it's fun, it's before Rush Hour, and you just say it's better than Rush Hour. And these two have great chemistry with each other, they have personality, has excellent action sequences, and they only did this for $3 million. Not $200 million like this film has, over $200 million, $3 million. Yes, some of the model shots, explosions are off, but for $3 million, I'm willing to let that go. Because they have a lot. And these two work well together. They're funny, they're entertaining, they have good chemistry. That's diverse. So don't come in here and act like it's never fucking happened before or since. I don't give a shit if a character is gay or deaf. I care if they're a good character. And if it makes sense for the plot. Again, if the whole plot is you're creating these things from... You created them. Almost like they were robots. You created them. Why would you purposely make one deaf? That's like creating a TV that doesn't turn on. Actually, that's a bad thing. That's like having a video game that you can't use a controller on. Here's a video game system, and it turns on, and it boots up, and you can see the images, but the controller doesn't work. Well, kind of fucking, you know. That's a bad analogy, too. I can't think of a good analogy, because my fucking brain is too sleep-deprived. Maybe I should just go back to sleep. Maybe I should go back to sleep with this fucking film. You know what? That sounds like a good fucking idea. Fuck this movie. It's boring. It's dreary. It looks dreary. It looks dark. The effects in the fight sequences are not impressive. Some of the stuff in space, like the Celestials, showing how they created galaxies in the past. The effects are not bad. The ship still looks like a fucking Tic Tac bar. The performances are dreary and boring. The characters you don't give a shit about. You're trying to stuff 10 fucking new characters along with all the other peripheral characters, and it's an overlong movie. It's a boring movie. And I'm gonna go to fucking sleep, and I don't give a shit. So, say fucking out to this fucking film. I don't give a fuck anymore. We'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna take a fucking shut-eye. Fuck this shit.